You're not broke, you're just overpaying. It's a thought that might feel uncomfortable, but it's also incredibly empowering. Because if you're overpaying, it means the money you need is already in your life. It's just flowing out in ways you haven't been taught to see. We're conditioned to believe that prices are fixed, that the number on the invoice is the final word. But what if I told you that in countless situations, that number is just a starting point? What if the difference between financial stress and financial freedom isn't about earning more, but about paying what things are worth? Last month, I was staring at a piece of paper that was about to cost me $1,200. That was the quote a mechanic gave me to fix the brakes on my car. $1,200. He said it with such confidence, like it was the most normal price in the world. He walked me through the issues. The rotors were warped, the pads were shot, the calipers needed servicing. It all sounded very official, very serious. And for a second, I froze. You know that feeling, right? That sudden cold pit in your stomach when someone in a position of authority quotes you a price that sounds astronomically high, but you don't have the expertise to challenge it. It's a feeling of helplessness. My mind was racing. My car wasn't even worth much more than that. It's a reliable mid-2010s sedan, nothing fancy. But I needed it. I need it for work, for groceries, for life. It's not a luxury, it's a necessity, and that's how they get you. That intersection of urgency and ignorance is the most expensive place on earth. Most people don't get ripped off because they're dumb. They get ripped off because they are busy, stressed, and don't have access to the right information at the right time. The system is designed to profit from that information gap. The mechanic isn't necessarily a bad person. He's running a business with overhead, rent, insurance, tools, staff. But his business model relies on you not knowing what he knows. And this isn't just about car repairs. It's your internet bill. It's the insurance policy you renew every year without shopping around. It's the recommended services from your plumber, your electrician, your dentist. In every industry where specialized knowledge is required, there's an opportunity for this information gap to be exploited. If you don't question the price, you almost always overpay. But I decided this time would be different. I told the mechanic I needed to think about it, and I walked out of that shop, quote in hand, feeling a mix of anxiety and determination. So I went home and started researching. I didn't just Google brake job cost. That's too generic. I got specific. I typed in the exact year, make, and model of my car, followed by front brake pads and rotors. And then I saw something that changed everything. The parts, the actual physical components the mechanic was going to install. I learned there are two main types of parts: OEM, which stands for Original Equipment Manufacturer, and Aftermarket. OEM parts are made by the same company that made the parts for your car in the first place. They come in a box with the car brand's logo on it, and they carry a premium price. Aftermarket parts are made by other companies. Some are cheap, low-quality knockoffs, but many are made by the very same manufacturers that supply the car brands. They just come in a different box and cost significantly less. Reputable aftermarket brands like Bosch, Brembo, or Akebono often meet or even exceed OEM standards. Shops don't charge you what parts cost. They mark them up. A lot. My invoice showed the parts portion of the quote was nearly $700. This is standard practice. A shop might buy a part for $100 and sell it to you for $200 or $250. That's a 150% markup. They call it a parts matrix. The cheaper the part, the higher the percentage markup. It's a core part of their profit model, but knowing this gives you power. So, I tried something different. I decided to take control of the biggest variable in the equation. I bought the parts myself. I spent about an hour on sites like Rock Auto and FCP Euro, comparing brands, reading reviews, and ensuring I had the exact parts for my car's specific trim level. I chose a high-quality, well-regarded aftermarket brand known for its durability and performance. High-quality, brand-new front brake pads and rotors. Total cost, shipped to my door, $247. Let that sink in. The shop wanted almost $700 for the same category of parts. I had just saved over $400 before a single wrench was turned. Then I did the second, crucial step. I needed to find a professional to install them. Now, some shops will refuse to install customer-supplied parts. They'll say it's for liability reasons, or that they can't warranty the work. And for some that's true, but for many, it's because they lose out on that massive parts markup. So you have to find the right kind of shop. I started calling smaller independent shops in my area. I didn't call the big dealerships or national chains. I looked for local, family-owned businesses with good online reviews. My script was simple and direct. I'd say, "Hi, I have a year, make, model. I've already purchased new front brake pads and rotors. I'm looking for a quote on the labor to install them. What would your hourly labor rate be, and how many hours do you book for that job?" This approach does a few things. It shows you've done your homework, it frames the conversation around labor only, and it prevents them from trying to sell you their own parts. The first 2 shops said no. But the third one, a small shop with stellar reviews, said, "Sure, no problem. We charge $100 an hour, and that's a 1.4-hour job. No upselling, no markup, just labor. $140, that's it." I brought my car and my parts in the next day. The mechanic was professional, did the work, and handed me a bill for exactly what he quoted. So instead of paying $1,200, I paid $387. That's $247 for the parts, and $140 for the labor. Same car, same problem, same repair, same if not better, quality parts. Same result of a safe, functional car. The only difference was over $800 that stayed in my pocket. $813 saved with a few phone calls and an hour of online research. This is the playbook. It works for brakes, alternators, water pumps, and so much more. Step 1. Get a diagnosis so you know what's wrong. Step 2. Research the cost of the parts online. Step 3. Call independent shops for labor-only quotes. Before you ever pay for a major repair again, pause, take a breath, and check the price first. The power dynamic shifts the moment you walk into a negotiation, armed with information. To make this even easier, I built a free tool that does a lot of this work for you. It aggregates data on parts costs and typical labor times to show you what your repair should cost in your area before you even walk into a shop. It gives you a baseline, a fair price range, so you know if a quote is reasonable or predatory. It's designed to close that information gap we talked about. The link is in the description. Use it, share it. It's completely free. But here's the real lesson, the one that goes far beyond your car. This isn't just about car repairs. This is a fundamental principle of personal finance. This is how money works. The world is not set up to give you the best price. It's set up to charge you the most you're willing to pay. If you don't question what you're paying, you lose money. Everywhere, every day. In small ways that add up to thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars over your lifetime. It's the subscription that auto-renews at a higher price. It's the convenience fee that you accept without a thought. It's the default option that is rarely the cheapest option. But the moment you decide to become an active participant in your transactions, everything changes. Start paying attention. Start asking questions. Start treating prices as suggestions, not commands. That is when you stop overpaying. That is when you start keeping more of your own money. And that is a skill more valuable than any raise you could ever get. Like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.